We're live. Good morning. People start this Henry. Everybody knows Henry, or a lot of people know Henry.
Good morning.
Maybe from Dima. We're diving the, what's the name of the boat?
That's the Aqualife.
Aqualife
Divers.
Aqualife Divers. We're here in Pompano. Literally right at the inlet. The marina is like right here, which is great. I've dove here for so many years. And yeah, you just go right underneath that bridge. You can see it. Just go right underneath that bridge and you're diving. So I'm gonna stay live here for about, I don't know, maybe an hour. And Henry's got my Go, which is pretty cool. So it's just going to be a great day of Go diving. We're diving some epic wrecks. Merry Christmas, everybody, or day after. Let's see, I'm unloading. Man, this was like some concierge diving setup, I got to tell you, because I just dropped off my Go at Henry's house. He's got like a whole setup. It's all set up. Sorb, oxygen, calibrated, positive, negative. I mean, I'll check it, but what else did he do? He's got like a trimix back gas in there for us, O2. It's so awesome. So basically, Gus, from now on, just have my gear ready. Like, you know, get it set up, man, like Henry does. This is my X Deep Wing. I dive this when I'm diving the Go. Only when I'm diving the Go. Which is great. SMB right in here. Yeah, it just fits great on this thing. Just flips right on. Okay. So, you're seeing all this action live. I'm not really... Put this down for a second. Everybody, wait 1 second while I'm getting my gear set up. It's pretty nice and organized. Perfect situation. We're going to be doing some pretty epic wreck diving today, I'm told, which I love. On the go, using our Dive Talk Goes, which is great. That'll be nice. I've been working so much, I haven't even had a chance to dive it much lately. And I think we have scooters as well, which is good. DPVs. Henry's got those set up for us. Oh, cool. Hey, Michael. Thanks, man. Where do I find training for the Dive Talk Go? That's probably my favorite first question of the morning. Okay, here's how it works. The site is live. All of the academics is done online right now. You can go to divetalkacademy.com. Divetalkacademy.com. One word, divetalkacademy.com. That's where the course is. You just go right there, go online, you take the whole course online. Then, after you do that, on there you can pick an instructor. We have instructors. It's growing, but basically we can cover you anywhere in the country. So you just pick an instructor, which is awesome. And that's it. Then you do your practical. So it's pretty easy. The information about the Go is on divetalkgo.com. Check out that shirt. I got the same one on. Subscribe, and so there's the Go, and there's the Academy logo. So either one. I mean, well, Dive Talk Academy, that's how you're going to get the online academics. And yeah, I know, I love this boat. I always see this boat when I'm leaving. I always see this boat when I'm leaving. I want to dive this cool looking boat.
Good morning, Woody.
Morning, how you guys
Good
doing?
morning, how are you?
This is our amazing crew. They're live on Dive Talk. Gosh, there's only 160 people on right now. Not good. Early.
This early in the morning, they must be divers.
Too early. All right, check it out. Hey, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love South Florida. Born and raised here. Done a gazillion dives here. Gotta love it. It's got good current. More and more wrecks all the time, which is great. It's a dive community. Wow, thank you. What's the weather temperature? I'm gonna tell you, it's gotta be in the 70s right now. I'd say it's in the 70s. Any idea on what bottom temps are, Cap?
79. 79 yesterday.
So I wore 5 mil and I'm wearing like a bare undergarment.
And this is what I wear to get in the water.
And look at that. See that wimp? Hardcore South Floridian.
No, I'm from Minnesota. That's why the water's not cold.
What's your name?
I'm Skip. I'm one of the owners of Aqualife.
Awesome, man. We're so excited to be going out with you. Henry has said amazing things about you.
I paid him for that.
That's okay. Wow, so check it out. This is a great stuff. This is made. I love this. Beautiful. Look at that. I know. I already met Ellie.
How are you? Good morning.
Okay, let me show you guys something. I mean, yes, something beautiful, but there's also this. That's also beautiful.
So crazy.
And I assembled it and built it almost all myself with the help of, like, you know, as a rebreather diver should do. I basically dropped it off at.
It's done. It was the what do they call that? The Uber Tech. Get everything done.
It's like I placed my order. But Gus, you're going to do that for me from now on. Check it out. We're diving a nice 2026. What does that mean? Oh, it means good things, to be honest. But 20% oxygen. So it's probably set to that based on the depth we're going. And 26% helium, which will really make it feel nice. I don't know what depth we're going to, but it's called I call it the equivalent nitrogen depth, the end depth. So how narked do you want to feel? I don't want to feel very narked. So you put that helium in, and man, it just clears you right up. And then it looks like we have, I want to say a 40 of oxygen, probably.
That is what it is.
Right, you can just clip it on, and that's great, because if we ever had to bail out of the unit, then basically we could easily, at 20 feet, jump onto this oxygen, and you're at 1.6. So you're off gassing nicely, even if you bail out. Actually, I have to find my Perdix.
I have it.
I don't even have to.
It's all done.
I don't even have to do the dive. I don't think.
No,
I could just.
You just gotta breathe.
I'm just
gotta
gonna sit
breathe.
here on the boat and
It's like
all this.
field. Set it and forget it. Right?
That's great. So yeah, just taking a minute to answer some questions. So, let's see. Where can I find some mermaids? I don't know.
Yeah,
Silly question.
Mermaid is here.
Right there. There's one.
Mermaid is here.
Okay, right there. There's one. There you go. Okay, let's look at some questions. Questions. Anybody got questions while we're hanging out? I'll set up in a second. I know these guys are ready to roll, but we're gonna take a second. And this is a nice background, isn't it? Look at this beautiful place. Absolutely gorgeous. Here comes another fellow go diver.
Wherever you
I
want.
know
over
this
there.
guy.
Okay.
Love it. Where are you diving out of? We are diving right out of the Pompano Inlet. People are out early morning fishing already. The weather is perfect. So, South Florida, Pompano Inlet, lots of wrecks. Henry, do you know what wreck we're diving?
Yeah. So today we got something really cool we're doing. Since if you look behind you, we got DPVs, dive propulsion vehicles, right? So we're gonna have 5 of us on the go today, and we're gonna be
Sweet.
hot dropping into the Lady Luck.
Oh, I love that wreck.
And then from there, we're going to go through the underbellies of the boat into the engine room. And then after, we're going to leave from the stern of the boat, head about northwest, and we're going to be going on our DPVs to another wreck called the Rodeo 25.
Oh,
and that's where the,
I know that wreck.
and that's where the boat's going to tie in. Ellie's going to jump in there, and we'll tie into the boat there. So we're going to do some navigation, about 500 foot of navigation from boat to boat, and it'll be fun.
How cool is that? That's really fun. Yeah, normally you're a lot of the wreck, they have something here, or more up north a little bit, called like Wreck Trek, where you can drift from wreck to wreck to wreck, and I've missed it before. You know, on Dive Talk, I like to tell you my mistakes. And I'm like, wow. And I was with Gus, actually, when we missed it.
Yeah.
And I'm literally like, okay, we're just seeing white sand on the bottom. I'm pretty sure we are not. Because you have to kind of go a little bit like left, which in that direction would be north, south, west. A little bit west. And if you don't, you miss the wreck. So anyway, but now, the reason what Henry didn't say is, look at this thing. He's got a full navigation system on here.
Yep.
Right? So it's not, he literally is going to navigate using like an underwater GPS, which I've never seen that been used before, but I'm pretty excited about it. So this is cool. Gus is probably home with his, being a good family guy, home with his family, which is pretty nice. Which tech guns are you running today? Which tech guns? I like guns, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not using any of those today. We are all diving the Dive Talk Go. This is Henry's setup. He's got a really nice BOV on there, actually. Yeah. And that's set up for 2.5 hours of diving. Look at this, Henry's already rigging up my unit. I'm literally feeling really bad. I've done nothing. But and my goes over there. And what I've done is, we only have one of these cases right now. We built a case for the Gus, so we fully enclose it, which I like. I like everything tight, streamlined. And oh, cool, so check it out.
These are the two
Now
racks
you know.
we're going to. So what the plan is that we're gonna hot drop on here. There's an entrance to the, actually the cargo area, or where the payload used to go on this boat. And we're gonna enter through here and then navigate all the way to about 130 foot level, 126, 127 foot, all the way back, exit behind what the card shark. So they're gonna have there's like a poker table there. We're gonna exit through through there.
That's cool, I've been in that.
Yep, and then we're gonna come through the first level here to the back. We'll take a couple of pictures of that. There's a big steel.
Gold, right?
No, there's like a big steel, I guess diver. And then if you see there's a little entrance here, that's the engine room. We're gonna go into the engine room, which is again down at the 127, 130 foot level. Go around the engine room, come out, and then depart the wreck from the stern of the boat about a heading of 340 degrees, which will then navigate
So almost
us.
north. So we're going, yeah, due
about-
north.
About northwest, yeah, but
A
northwest.
little bit west.
And then it's going to take us to this boat, which is the Rodeo 25. And that boat sits at 122 foot of water, about 500 feet away from that one.
Yeah.
So-
And you know what's amazing? So we're going to be doing this whole dive, right? This is the beauty of the rebreathers. How much back gas, or in our case, the diluent and the bailout gas, are one and the same. I mean, I may have some wing inflation, and I don't know. If I use 100 PSI, it's probably a lot for like probably a 90-minute dive. So it's sweet. Yeah. Bottom time and deco estimated. Great question.
90 minutes runtime is what we're looking at. About 60 minutes on the bottom, roughly maybe 65, and then the rest will be about 30 minutes of deco is what the plan is.
Yes. Which tech fins am I using? There we go. Not gun. I'll show you. I only use one kind. They're the
Same
Deep
thing.
6 right here.
Yeah, we all
these.
dive these.
They're absolute. I put them on
Amazing.
one time in the cave, and I started back finning in the cave. I'm like, oh my god, this is the single easiest back finning fin that I ever use. I love them. Yeah, I have some pink ones in there, and wow, all set up. This is Gus's setup. Actually, I have to admit it is Gus's. That's just going to be on my necklace, and
I got your,
great.
yeah, everything's set up. Cool.
It's beautiful. So yeah, how do I explain this? We wear basically an open circuit dive kit, right? So it's a normal dive kit, but it's really just for a backup, to be honest with you.
Yep.
If we bailed out, we would bail out to what is open circuit, and otherwise the actual rebreather is just sitting on our chest. You'll see that maybe in a little while. I'm probably gonna drop 2 pounds in here.
Yeah, we'll get them.
And so that's it, man. That's the basic setup. And then I'll show you. See, this is what I mean by the case. So we have built a case now where it's all in the case. The O2 is in here. And yeah, I'm going to check my computers in a second. But everything's just getting easier and more condensed. You can even put your little cutter right underneath there. Check it out. It just clips right onto there.
Everything is all inside here.
Look how nice that is. Isn't that beautiful? Just all sits right in there. Clip it on, and you go. I'm gonna bring my iPhone. Actually, I have that Dive Volk. They gave me a pink one. Dive Volk underwater housing. They just built the new sleeve for it for the iPhone 16 Plus. They gave it to me at Dima. I'll show you. I think I got it. If I don't got it, I'll cry. I know I have it. Oh, it's sitting here somewhere. Loop covers, you know I love Scooby-Doo wraps. Find it. I'll show you what I'm talking about.
That's your Perdex.
Oh, okay. Cool. And, all right, I have somewhere in here, I have a beautiful, see, check it out. It's the Dive Volk C-Touch 4 Max. And I'm just going to clip it on me. I'm going to be a little dangly today, underwater, probably. It's okay. Does it work with a Spectrum? Is this actually live? It is as live as possible. Yes.
And, Gus, you guys will be doing a review on the new.
Oh yeah, we are going to do a review on that. They gave us one.
New Garmin X50i.
And I have both of their watches as well, the big one and little one. I haven't dove it yet. I don't know. When I'm diving on a rebreather, this is a Woody, not, I got my own Woodyisms, but doesn't mean it's right. If I'm plumbed in other words, the shear water is what's reading my loop, it's reading my PO2. I want to have the same computer on my right arm as my backup computer. Because I've seen people in emergencies, they think they're going to be calm, cool, and collective until they have a panic attack. Then your brain just doesn't think the same. No matter what they say, no matter how experienced they are, I've been with it all, I've seen it all, I've done it all. They just don't do the same things. It's unbelievable. I don't know what happens to the brain, but I'm like, and I have saved people doing this. So I'm just a little bit nervous about diving with a different computer on both arms. I have been in Norway. It's awesome. Love Norway. I have been. So let's talk about their boat a little. It's really cool. I love talking about different dive operators' boats. One thing I do love, and this is a really cool setup. The whole length of the boat is just, how awesome is that? It makes sense. It's all set up in the middle for where you sit down and you could set up easier or whatever, rather than them having it along the sides. That makes a lot of sense. That's a really cool setup. So if you're going to dive here in South Florida, this looks like a really awesome boat to do it on. And I've seen them a lot. Can't miss it. Can't miss this boat. Cool setup. It is good to know that being a little nervous can still occur with so much experience. It can. It should. I always am a little nervous. Can you give these to the captain? Brand new pair of Italian-made sunglasses that one of my line as a gift. And I think you should have a little bit of jitters on every single. There you go. That's his case. On every single dive. Any sharks? Yes, South Florida. Love. Hopefully. A lot of sharks here. There's current, there's sharks, usually. And so, yes. And, hold on, these are for, which ones does she want?
Which one? would you like?
Handmade in Italy with Swiss Essilor French lenses. Like, these are as fine as it gets.
Okay, nice.
Here's a beautiful case for it. I'm giving away Christmas presents.
I don't know.
I have a sunglass line that I've had
Let's
for
try.
years. So, you know, it's Christmas. I like to give. They're about $100 plus each. I didn't bring enough for everybody, but she's gonna look the best in them by far. Okay. Sharks are pretty harmless. Yeah, they don't bother you. Overall weight of the gear, the rebreather.
I got this one.
All right, let's see.
Okay, good.
All right, awesome. So, the overall weight of the gear, if you go to the website, divetalkgo.com, I think with the Sorb in it, it's with the Sorb in the Go and the O2 tank on it, I want to say it's 21 pounds. That's what I remember. So it's pretty good. But underwater, it's pretty much neutral. So for me, I wear the same weight whether the Go's clipped on me or not. I honestly, once it's clipped on and I'm underwater, I just can't feel it. It's great. It's awesome, man.
Love your elf socks.
Yeah.
And then I brought these stickers. We have to put them on your boat.
I need them on my boat.
I mean, I see spots, and I have one more beautiful pair. Would really think somebody on your boat should have this. Okay, so now we're gonna put some Dive Talk Go sticker. We're not gonna go crazy, but we are. I'm gonna let them do it. Can you put these somewhere very strategic? Let's turn it around. So I'll show them one. Beautiful. Two. I mean, yes, the stickers. I'm talking two. I think three.
Okay.
I'll give you one more.
Sweet.
Okay.
Where did you put these ones?
I'm always promoting. It's just in my nature. I can't help it.
I'll hold for a second. Now you can add your sticker to my wall.
Okay. Oh, good. I get to do this. All right.
I know.
I'm usually good at
Now
it.
you're officially on camera.
All right, here we go. Check it out. It's a beautiful wall.
Check out that Isla Diver sticker right there.
They're
Which
very
one is
good.
yours?
Isla's on there, Wayne's on there. I get everybody that's got a sticker. I want to put on my boat. I enjoy that.
All right. Let's not screw it up, Woody, in front of 200 people. I think right here, like a nice. That way I can angle it properly. I don't want to cover that hole because it may be important. If I do this well, even. I gotta figure that's even, right?
Can assume the other guy made one pretty even, but you never know. It will be there forever. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Perfect. Nice.
Beautiful. Okay, we've been added to the boat. Cool. Okay, let's see what else is going on. I'm gonna have to look at my computers and actually think in a few minutes here, guys. But wow, tuning in from Minnesota. Well, it's like almost 80 degrees here. I'm sorry, Minnesota.
Woody, how much weight do you need?
That's a steel tank, right?
You got nine. This will be negative, about -8 in the water. But,
Probably
but-
1 and 1
Full.
at the
Yeah, it's full.
most.
Yeah, full.
No, I'm saying when it's full. It's
Yeah, correct.
And
Negative
it better come up mostly full. If it doesn't come up mostly full, it means that I've used it. But you need to plan for that because you never know.
One and one or two pounds aside. What do you want?
I think I'll go. God, that's -8. That's a lot of weight.
And that's without the valve. So
Do you have 1 pounders?
yeah.
I just throw a 1 and 1 in. That's perfect for me. Just little. I mean, I dive like up with the Go on a 5 mil, maybe 6 pounds, sometimes 8 pounds. I don't like people. A lot of people like to overweight. I really don't like to overweight. Okay, so one of the things we do, and I need to actually do something since I've done 0 on my setup, is we check our gases. Right, you want to make sure your computers absolutely have all of the gases that you may possibly dive. And on the rebreather, you may possibly dive. Well, you're gonna dive the gas. You're definitely gonna dive the gas that's on the rebreather. That'll work. If I'm a little overweighted, it's fine.
Never used one.
So I'm checking the gases. So I'm going to look at
I'm using that.
and see if all of the gases that I may use are in here. So we got a system set up. I really can't do it while this is on. Yeah, I can. Maybe.
Everything else.
Hold the plate.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, look, I'm just going through the different modes. 50, 70, so he changed. We have the same gradient factor, which is great. I like that gradient factor. Why? Because that's the one Simon Mitchell uses. That's all I'm going to talk about on that. Okay, so my bailout gases, I have, he's got 100% on.
Just this.
Okay, he's got basically the 2026, which is what we're diving, and that's it. That's for the bailout gases, but you also need to turn on your closed circuit gases, and that would be the 2026. That's what will.
And that's what's exactly in there.
That's what when I get in the gear, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna clip this into the go clip, and now that would be my diluent. Makes sense. Okay, but anyway, that's good. So that's set up. Now I'm going to check that the petrol is also got the same gases, because that's the one that we're diving with. So you can see it says 2026. Good sign. I'm going to go to system setup. Yes, I absolutely adore Shearwater for many reasons. Stack timer, I don't know.
I already set everything except for 3 hours, and it's been set.
That's perfect, man. He is a really 50, 70, same gradient factor, beautiful. Okay, he's got a transmitter set up for me. So basically 20, 26, and 99, right? That's my bailout gases. 20, 26, my closed circuit gas. Okay, now even though I know Henry is awesome and did his own positive and
Yeah,
negative.
you don't have to do it. Yeah.
Positive and negative, really for yourself on a rebreather, is it's like if your positive and negative hold, I'm not going to say that nothing can happen, but that's a big, things are really looking pretty good with my rebreather because we don't want bubbles. So that is one thing I check on my own. So positive, I'm going to inflate. Okay, so 3 ways I test a positive. One is it feels, the counterlungs feel full. That's number 1. Number 2, my favorite way, the digital check. Look at the PO2, it's holding, okay, but I can also look at the millivolts, which are to the
Right.
right.
4 times. Again.
Okay, so look, we ought to see those. Again, they're going to move around a little. Okay, now they're getting pretty steady.
Ellie? Ellie?
Oh, I'll tell you why, and I'm going to tell you why it's doing. It is leaking a little, but it's because on the go. If
yeah.
you do not connect, I can tell it's good because it's barely moving. But if you don't connect the dill, it will leak. The littlest bit will come out of here.
That's right, I plugged it yesterday.
If you don't plug this in, you're not going to hold a perfect positive and negative, guaranteed. You'll be close, but it won't be perfect. But if you want to be perfect, you plug that in, and then look how that just steadied up. It's basically not moving at all now. Okay, so that's what was going on, and now I'm gonna reinflate it one more time. Okay, this is my biggest check. Once I feel good about this, I know she's golden. Give me 1 second. You're seeing live in action, actual checks of the unit. Okay.
Just give me stickers like that. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put these stickers.
It was holding, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, it's holding great. It's holding negative and positive. No issues. Time
Okay,
for
that's pretty good.
3 minutes. I did 3 minutes.
3 minutes is good. I mean, since you did, I'm only going to do a minute. Now the next check, and you also listen. I listen. That's harder out here. But now I should hear a puff and I should see the PO2 drop, right? Because I'm decreasing the pressure. Puff, PO2 is dropping, just as expected. That's great.
My only concern,
And then I'm gonna suck it negative and it's gonna drop more.
is make sure you're not hitting anything.
Okay, so you see I pulled the negative, so decreases that PO2. And it should stay crimped, which it is. I just always do a check of everything. I make sure everything's on tight. It looks beautiful. And now I'm gonna hear the same pop going the other way. It should rise the PO2 a little. Boom, right? Because I'm basically increasing the pressure. Yeah, and you see it popped up. That went from like 34, that went up to 36 already. So that looks good. Really nice. Beautiful. I didn't really have much doubt about it, but that's my own little security blanket that I check. Because we don't want leaks on a rebreather. That's the biggest no-no that we don't want. That's it. So the go just sits, put on your regular gear, you throw this baby on, and you go. Yeah. What else? A couple more questions, and I'm going to really start focusing on getting ready here. You're German and you live in the Maldives? Phew, beautiful. Once you've done your check of your equipment, do you have someone else check it as well? I mean, I don't have somebody else check my rebreather unless they're trained on that specific rebreather and I've dove with them a bunch. I don't, because they really wouldn't know what to check. And I tell you, rebreather divers are really particular about other people touching their rebreather. Right? They have things set, they have angles of mouthpieces, they don't like it. So you need to check that yourself. You really need to assemble it yourself. You need to go through a checklist yourself, all that kind of stuff. Really important. Yeah, most of the checks are done before. Most of the checks are done before you ever go on the dive, but you should. It's a test question actually in our course. You should check it again right before you do the dive, and that's actually a test question in our course. And the biggest one, like I said, is the positive and negatives. What about diving in Russia? What about it? Never done it, but it sounds cold.
That one of the Chernobyl guys?
Maybe. It just sounds cold. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe there is some warm water diving in Russia, but for some reason, I'm not feeling that. Yeah. So cool. We now have Dive Talk stickers on this boat, which is awesome. And yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Oh, I see Gus is on. He's answering questions, which is great as I'm getting set up. When are we going to Abu Dhabi? I don't know, but I would love to go.
You notice what it's closed off.
If you do, I'm going.
Henry's going. Henry's going. So,
I'm ready.
okay. All right. I'm gonna slowly start putting on some stuff here, but I can talk while I'm dressing. I can multitask. There's a lot of people on. Can't believe it. You guys are up early. This is awesome. Do you have an upcoming? Do you all have an upcoming cave dive schedule? Yes. Actually, a very big one. Very, very big one. We do. We have to
go out the gate across the can.
Mexico.
They're good at nav.
Dive Talk Go, sure.
They
We're
have
both wearing
so they
them.
can fight anything. Myself, the rodeo is big. So, I mean, if you give me 20, 30 feet either side of it, depending on what we think the current is.
What's
I'll hit it.
up, Gus?
I mean, like yesterday when I kept getting cold, I
Instructor
hit
in
it
Germany.
5 times.
The instructor in Germany is Achim. He's amazing.
The turtles, yeah, they ought to be on nothing.
He's new instructor. And one is in Southeast Asia. Do you have, what do you do if you come face to face with a shark? You just, I go like this, thank you so much, God, for letting me come face to face with a shark. And you don't usually come face to face. They continue to move. What I typically do is I get a slightly head down, and still, and don't go towards the shark. Do not look at them. Don't go towards the shark because they're testing you. It's not you testing them. If you start moving towards the shark, they're just going to be gone. But if you chill, just get slightly head down, and then let them test you, and they'll keep coming back around. So basically, I get really still and relax and enjoy the show. Enjoy the shark show. I put on so much thermal stuff, it's crazy. Yeah. There's my fins, which is just great. Right back here. I'm gonna put some defog in my mask in a second. You wear gloves on this? You can wear gloves here, right?
I wear gloves on every.
We can here. It's legal. You can wear gloves here. Many, many, many more in many places are no gloves. It's becoming a no glove world because everybody's touching everything and they're trying to shut that down. But here, you still can. And on Rex, I do absolutely love wearing gloves. Everybody's got their favorite defog. I love this one, this 200-foot vis. I mean, this stuff is amazing. I'm way behind everybody, but I'm not even really in a rush. I'm on a vacation. I have my laser pointer. I'm going to drive Henry crazy with this. He's going to be like, but there's goddamn.
Everything cuts through the water, huh?
There's a laser. Who's the annoying immature diver? That would be me. And if they're not going to enjoy singing and screwing around or whatever, they have the wrong diver with them. Serious tech diver? No. Don't believe in it. Don't like it. The word itself makes me sick. Fun, safe. That's it. Those are my two words. It's fun, safe. What is it about gloves that lets you touch stuff, making them off limits? Because you will. That's why. Because with gloves, you will touch stuff. You're willing to do it. That's the problem. You're more likely to do it. And it's more like in sound and with the delicate corals and stuff. You know, it's just, we're just over touching everything. And that coral, it really can't handle. It can't, oh good, I brought my pink socks. Speaking of serious, thank God. Would not have been a good dive for me without my pink socks. Another set of loop covers. I don't know why they're in my shoe. What else? This is a nice setup that Gus has here. Very, very nice.
No, it was murky. It was, I mean,
I got to figure it out. I think he's got a long hose on here, which hopefully clips. I'll tuck that into me and I'll clip it off on my BC. See? If I have to pass this, this is Gus's setup, no problem. And this baby will just sit on my neck, and it kind of sits right on top of the go, just like that.
He picks it up.
if you throw a bag,
Check
I'll
out
go
pressure.
We'll be circling.
Oh, that's right.
You'll be tied in, but not tied in.
So when we leave the lady luck, we shoot a.
Nice.
Threw the bag off the boot.
Did anyone bring? I got an extra in my truck. Did anyone
That's
bring
good.
a second bag?
I have an SMB.
But a
Is that-
second one, a backup.
I got a backup.
You got a backup?
Yeah.
When we leave the lady luck, do you mind just shooting it?
Okay.
Go along.
All good.
It's an oral inflate.
It's even better, in my opinion.
Right.
It's slower and more controlled. I actually prefer orally inflating them at SMB when you do like a certain tech skills.
Huh?
Really?
What are you on? Rebreather open circuit?
Everybody's on rebreather.
We're all on rebreathers?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have an extra one.
Okay.
I'll-
So when we leave the lady luck, if you just shoot a loose bag, he'll pick it up, and then he knows we've left and gone to the next wreck.
Copy that.
Here, I'll just shoot this up.
Yeah.
and leave it. Just pop.
Yeah. Don't attach it to a line. Just let it go.
Keep your double
Give
ender
it-
just in case, you know, I don't see it, but I'll keep going.
Give it
Let's see.
give it a lot of gas.
Yeah,
Does
yeah,
it have
yeah.
a purge on it?
Yeah, I'll get a lot of gas. It'll
Give it
stand.
a lot of gas.
I'll leave a double ender on it so it can have a little weight. Actually, I could put, this is the excess scuba one, I could put a weight on the bottom. It'll,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
Where do you get it?
So the next bridge is in 10 minutes, guys. You got everything that you guys need?
Yes.
Where
I'll
do
get
you?
this part over while we're sitting here. So good morning, everybody, and welcome aboard. You are on Aqualife Divers. My name is Skip. I'm one of your dive masters. I have Elnaz, or Ellie, over here. She's going to be your main dive master today. And, of course, Darren is driving. He's captain of the little boat. Now, Aqualife Divers is a Coast Guard inspected vessel. That means that we have lots of wonderful tips for you. That's to ensure proper safety. So, we're going to start directly above your head. Lots of life preservers up there. Now, those are there for in the event that this boat decides that it wants to be a part of that underwater reef system. Now, of course, if that moment does happen, you all clearly have your own scuba gear. Throw that on. That way you guys can be the very first person to dive a new shipwreck at the bottom of the ocean. Now, if anybody happens to know who Rose is, could you please let her know that yes, two people can fit on one door. That being said, there's an E-perb right here. That's going to shoot up to the surface, and that'll tell the Coast Guard that we are, in fact, underwater. And because they are a speedy agency, that means you have 45 minutes to completely explore this little wreck, find your cell phones and wallets, get back to the surface, and be saved properly. There is other safety features on board, including fire extinguishers. I have one on each side. There's one inside the engine compartment, there's one down below, and Darren has one with him up above as well. Back in the front of the boat right there, you're also going to find that there's an AED, oxygen tank, and first aid kit. You do not need to be certified to use these items. If they are needed, you're just going to grab and go. Now down below, you're also going to find over to the port side, there is a fully functional bathroom. And yes, I did say bathroom, I did not say marine pad. That's because it is just like a normal bathroom at home. Separate, flushes just a little bit differently. There is water in the bowl. It will accept any solid waste that you put inside there, and of course toilet paper. To flush, when you're sitting down, there's a sensor that is right by your right butt cheek. You're going to touch that for a few seconds. After you've done that, ignore what you've done. You can rise from your performance and shut the lid. It's called the royal flush for a reason. It's going to do lasers and stuff. It's analyzing how much stuff is actually in the bowl, and it will appropriately flush what it needs to do. There is some hand sanitizer down there as well if you feel you need to do that. Keeping in mind you are swimming in the world's largest garbage can, but if you want to use hand sanitizer, it is down there for you. Coming towards the back of the boat is everybody's favorite little thing, and that is our warm water shower. To make that work, you just turn the handle. It is heated by the engine, so the water will get warm. It does not get scalding anymore. We fixed that little aspect of it, so feel free to use it as you should need. Now, very important, the ladder behind me is called a free-floating ladder. That means that while it is connected to the boat, it is not connected to the boat. It will be bouncing in these large waves just as much as you are. So make life easier for you. When you get to that ladder, let all the air out of your BC and make yourself heavy, because the heavier you are, the less it's going to bounce. At that point, you're going to take off your fins. Either put them on your wrists and look like a pro, or you can hand them up to me or Elle. Either way is fine. We'll get you back on the boat, and we'll work our way out. Underneath this cooler, inside this cooler, right below me, underneath me, is some beverages. We have water, we have ginger ale, we have flavored fizzy waters of like 6 or 7 different flavors, and Nestea iced tea. Consume and drink up as much as you'd like. Have a little brown cooler we'll talk about later on. We are headed out to the Lady Luck. Of course, you guys are doing a little bit of rec truck over to the rodeo, but I'll start with that Lady Luck and we can talk about the rodeo later. But the Lady Luck is one of our younger wrecks that we have out here. Now, besides being put down as one of those artificial reef systems that we have out here, all of our wrecks are usually purchased by someone and put down with a purpose. This particular one, before they sunk it, was bought by the Isle Casino. The Isle Casino is now Harrah's. And when they did that, they decided they wanted to make an interactive place for scuba divers to enjoy. So in that, you will be diving an underwater casino. They have placed sculptures all over this wreck for you to see and interact with. Now, in that general sense, if I would have tied in, right next to the wheelhouse is the very first sculpture, and that is a treasure chest filled with gold. Now, that treasure chest has been destroyed because someone thought it was a good idea to drop an anchor on the wreck, but pieces of it are still there. If you drop down to the main deck right below, you'll see the very first real sculpture, and that is a poker table. At that poker table, you will see 3 sharks playing poker, i.e. card sharks. Directly behind those, there are 2 mermaids, and those mermaids are serving drinks. Now, as you're going down and up and down the wrecks on both sides of the wreck, You will see cards, you will see chips, you will see dice. They're kind of scattered everywhere all over the deck. Midship, there are 3 slot machines, and at those slot machines, you're going to find seahorses playing the slots. There's also another seahorse at the bow of the ship leading the way. When you come your way down to the back of the stern of the boat, you're also going to find another sculpture that is a craps table. That craps table has an octopus that is dealing craps. As you go all the way to the back of the boat, there is one last sculpture that is up one level, and that is McCann. McCann is a robot scuba diver. He has one of those very old-fashioned helmets on. He's standing there holding his trident. In his initial inception, when they made him, his heart is made of silver. You were supposed to go up to him and rub his heart off and get that reflective so you could see yourself in him. People haven't been rubbing it off, so it's kind of corroded. You can't really do that part anymore, but you'll still see the shape and everything as it is. After that, you guys are going to be heading on over to the rodeo. The rodeo's a beautiful wreck as well. Lots of sprinkler hillbillies on all of these wrecks. The rodeo's been down a lot longer. It got put down in 1995. But for a time that it's been down, there is in quite good condition. And the most of the swim through opportunities are up by that wheelhouse area, which is that stern. The first part you're going to come up on when you get up to it. All right. We're going to be getting off the boat here, the dock here in just a couple seconds, so we can get this bridge. We try to leave at 8 o'clock every single day, get that first bridge. Dive time to our first wreck is literally 15 to 18 minutes. We are the closest to all the shipwrecks out here. So sit back, relax, enjoy this little 3-hour tour. Anywhere on the boat that you want to hang out, feel free to do so. If you are planning on going up and hanging up with Darren, ask for permission before you climb up there. He does startle very easily. Last time he jumped off the boat, it's kind of a big problem. I don't drive very well. So make sure you ask before you climb up there, but literally anywhere on the boat you want to hang out, feel free to do so. Enjoy!
Good briefing. Very thorough, very detailed. Awesome. Okay, I'm still getting ready. Lots to do. Let's see. I got this little tripod. Oh my God, I'm not even close to being. Oh man, I was looking forward to doing some diving this weekend, I'll tell you that much. I'm in a 5 mil with a nice bare undergarment. Perfect. Hey Terry. Yeah, it was a good briefing. You can see that's going to be an epic dive we're going to do. They made me this pink. My iPhone was right in it. Perfect. How cold is it? 5 mil plus an undergarment. I think the water temp's like 79 degrees. Almost dry suit. A couple more degrees colder for Woody and I'm dry suit. It's pretty good. Morning. Morning.
I'm cold all the time.
Me too. I'm always cold.
And I just always go for dry suit.
Yeah, he's diving dry, which is just great. I love diving dry on a rebreather because I love it also for trim control.
100%.
So
Get pretty.
dry suit is really, really awesome on a rebreather, I think. My opinion. Getting my stuff all organized. Really cool boat, really set up nicely. Really like it a lot. Just the way they got the benches in the middle, it's pretty cool.
Usually got a nice TV set up too that shows us the wreck and everything at the bottom. So like,
Oh, very
and there's
nice.
a camp on the bottom of the boat that shows it too. Wicked.
Feels thick. Glad I have the extra. Mara sent me this brand new wetsuit. It's probably a little buoyant. I can feel it's buoyant. That's okay. I got overweighted. What else? Yeah. South Florida stays pretty warm. This is the bottom line. It stays warm here. Henry's just in a shark skin. And I'm in multiple layers. This long wreck dives, I get cold. I just get cold. I'm gonna get Henry to zip me. Henry to zip me. Live in action zipping. My back curler scrolling.
Oh, Jesus, all these muscles, Woody, gee.
Yeah. A lot of muscles. Thank you. Pre-warming. Okay. These are my gloves. I feel like I'm kind of organized. You know how when you're on like a new boat, you feel a little, just don't quite have your rhythm. Consolidating. Now I'm consolidating. There's no rush. One thing I don't do. All right, we'll put our gear on. Gloves, hood, rebreather, computer. This I'm just gonna clip on. Like I said, I'm gonna look dangly, a little dangly. Okay.
Got one, Henry.
Great. And Henry's got white fins on. That's what I'll be looking for. Mine are pink. I like to know everybody's fins colors. It helps. And
Everybody's color coordinated.
yeah, 52 bottom temp. I don't know. I'm trying to be done with those kind of dives. It's too cold for me. There's the go. Sits right there. That's something that's better. Yeah, this I'm just gonna tuck it in.
This?
Yeah.
Well, I have a band here. That's the reason I put a band. I normally put it over that.
Yeah. I can, when I put it up, because if I gotta pass it to you, see what I'm saying? So what I'll do is,
Put it around here, put it on.
yeah. Well, this is what I'm gonna wear. I don't know, I haven't done Gus's rig yet. I'll figure it out. I really don't know. I think I'm gonna take his long hose. If I ever have to pass it, it's going to be probably tucked around my waist and then tucked down. As long as it comes out.
This way. I have a better idea.
As long as it comes out easily and quickly. But we'll see. I'm watching Henry set up and we'll go from there. Oh, he's got a band. Perfect.
That's the way I do it on the.
That's great. That's even better. That's what I was hoping for. So you see that?
With our bottom.
Oh, that's perfect. Perfect. You see what I mean? This is the long hose if I ever have to pass it to somebody. So he's got a great band. That's my preferred way as well. That's awesome. Okay, awesome.
As soon as we get go through in the engine room and leave.
And this
And then
just,
it'll clip onto yourself here.
yep,
And then if you need it, just pull out.
perfect. Beautiful. Okay. Love that setup. Nice and clean. All tucked in right there. Right, and if I ever need to pass it to somebody, just unclip it. Long hose. Boom. Right? So that's really nice. And then I have my necklace right here. Beautiful setup. Well, guys, I'm gonna go because I need to take my camera out and put it in my camera housing. So we'll report back later. We're gonna film this entire dive. We have lots of people with lots of cameras, and we'll do a reaction to our dive at some point. So everybody have a great day. I'm going diving! Bye everybody. Thank you.